Hey, what is up, bench riders? Welcome to Live from the Bench. It's your boy GQ, and I am joined today by, once again, I am joined today by Boulevard. But today's going to be a special episode because we have brought along an Indianapolis Colts fan and former running back to talk about the Indianapolis Colts and their running back. Ladies and gentlemen, no one other than Diesel. Welcome to the show.
Glad to be on the show, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Glad to be on the show. Talking about these Colts.
Yeah.
Boys, but they trash right now. Yeah,
they on the way back though. Gotta think
Right.
positive. Gotta think
You
positive.
gotta think positive. Yes,
thoughts,
indeed.
but we get one good mark and two more drop. We already lost our quarterbacks. You know what I mean? To gambling allegations and everything. So, man, we was
Maybe
looking
y'all
good
should have
at
got
the
hard
drive.
knocks.
Yeah. No, we had it when Carson Wentz was there, so
Yeah,
that wouldn't
they
have
did,
been
they
fair.
did.
Yeah, that's right. That's where the downhill started.
Carson.
That man is a joke.
To Mr. Ryan.
Yeah. That Jacoby was still.
No, he was doing better than Matt Ryan and Carson Wentz.
Yeah. He should have just put him because he wasn't messing up everything.
Yeah, he's more like a journeyman.
Yeah, that's it. The fish should have been a chance to really force on be a starter in the league.
Yeah,
I want to see how he works with the Indianapolis. I mean, with the Commanders this year. I think he could. I've always been a fan of Jacoby Brissett. I felt like when he did okay when he came in, when Tom Brady went down, I thought he did good.
Yeah, I thought the same.
I think he's always done well enough. Like he's always held his own. He didn't like throw a lot of turnovers. He wasn't that guy. So I always liked him. So, but
you need that surrounding. Long as you got a good support cast around him, he don't gotta play a perfect game. Just he don't turn the ball over as much because he don't be taking risks like that. So
right.
That's why he was good. He can fit in any system for real. This is how you build it around him.
Ain't nothing wrong with making the safe throws.
Oh no!
As long as the ball's moving forward, that's the goal.
Facts.
All right, gentlemen. So let's get right into it. Jonathan Taylor has requested a trade. Now, prior to him requesting a trade, he made his feelings known that he wanted a new deal. Well, considering what's going on with the rest of the running backs in the league, not being valued, not getting the money that they believe they deserve, I want to know your thoughts. How do you think this is going to play out? Do you think he's going to get traded? Do you think he's going to get that new deal? Do you think he sits? What do you guys think?
I'll let you handle this, Mr. Colts fan.
Personally, I think he's going to sit. I think he's going to sit out this year due to the fact, like, he already got hurt last year. But the year before that, he already put the numbers up because he was the lead rusher the year before the last. Running backs out here trying to get paid, man. And
they deserve to get paid. They're getting beat up every game.
They do get beat up. Like, next to the quarterback, they next in line to be getting beat up. They be blocking for the quarterback. Like, running through the holes. Like, that takes a toll on your body after a while. Like, I don't know from personal experience. It hurts after a while. Yeah, man.
I know they do.
Like, I hope he come to the light, but he trying to get paid because after you running back and you get hurt, you going to want a contract.
Yes. You want that. You want that safety blanket. You want that sense of security. It's like, look, I'm gonna get hurt, but I want some money. Like, because if I'm not getting paid, I don't see no reason for me to play. Like we just saw Sony Michel retire because he didn't have that security blanket and he wasn't gonna play, so he got to retire to go find something else for him to do.
5
Yeah.
seasons, though. He only played 5 seasons. He got 2 rings in 5 seasons. That's wild.
I probably call it quits too if I was
He's
doing
gonna
them
sell those
numbers. Like,
rings.
While you were ahead.
right?
He's gonna
While you
sell both of
ahead.
those rings. He is going to sell those rings. Those rings are going to get sold.
Well, he probably had a few more let him put away.
He could keep. He gonna keep one of them. Like, he ain't gonna sell both.
Well, that's still a Rams ring. Keep the Patriots ring.
I forgot he won a ring with the Rams. I forgot. Damn. Well, there you go. So, considering that we think that he may sit, and Jim Irsay, he's already said that I'm not trading Jonathan Taylor. I'm not doing it. I'm not trading him.
It's too soon. Plus, ain't he on his rookie contract, I believe?
Yeah, this is last year on his rookie contract.
Yeah.
That's why he said he wants some more money. Because 9 times out of 10, if he hits free agency at the end of the year, he's not going to get his money. They're not paying running backs.
Not the numbers he asking for, nah.
Yeah, so he wants something from Indianapolis. That way he can stay with the team he's been successful at. Because the way Dalvin Cook is just sitting here, I don't know.
He's going to the Jets, hands down. I don't care what anybody says.
I thought it was Miami. But,
I think he's going to the Jets too.
But the Jets is a better fit for him.
Well, considering that Aaron Rodgers just took a pay cut, I feel like he's looking like a Jet. He's looking like a Jet.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Yeah,
there's not many out there that deserve that, the kind of money that Cook out there should be earning. Maybe about 13, 14 more a season at least.
So considering that Dalvin Cook isn't going to get the money that he wants, if Jonathan Taylor took that, where to go and become a free agent, do you think he would get the money that he wanted? If Dalvin Cook's not getting the money he wanted, Jonathan Taylor's particularly younger than Dalvin Cook, you think he'd get the money he wants?
If he was to hit free agency, so next year at 25, no.
Nah, he ain't getting it. He already proved his worth. Younger. 4 years Pro Bowl. He proved his worth already. So, but he
8 yards for scrimmage per game.
Yeah.
But he won't get the money though. They won't pay him. I don't see him getting his money. They won't pay him.
Cook, I don't think. Yeah, Cook. He ain't out here for the money. I think he trying to get a ring. Or he just trying to blend in a better spot.
Well, he knew he wasn't going to get the ring with Minnesota.
Hell no.
And the reason why he left him, well, they not trying to pay him, so they releasing him anyway so they can have some cap room space. That was the reason of releasing him.
Yeah. It's probably same reason Thielen left.
Yeah.
So with now I'm looking at a list. I've got 5 running backs, 5 of the current free agent running backs in the NFL. This is not particularly exciting at all because these guys a lot of them probably ran their course in the league. They're not the running backs that they used to be. I'm looking at right now as the 5th guy, Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake has never been a running back that I thought was very exciting. He's always been, to me personally, a second option.
Yeah.
Now, considering he's a second option, do you see him as being a valuable running back, a valuable pickup for any team?
Honestly, nah. I don't think he ain't proved himself in the past recent years. His best run he had was with Miami. So
that was forever ago.
Yeah, so he haven't been right since.
No, absolutely
maybe the
not.
teams he go to don't know how to use him. But shoot, at this point, do he know how to use himself on the field?
Right.
It's a two-way
Yeah.
street, man.
Yeah.
He had good hands out the backfield. I mean, he was a good pass catcher. But
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of those that could do
Yeah.
that as well as he could that are younger and
Yeah.
hungrier, you know? Like, I
Yeah.
don't see any reason, unless I could get him to like the minimum, that I would need Kenyon Drake. He's a depth guy at best, a locker room guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
All
a
right.
coach in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So another guy we're gonna move on to, who I believe, I think he's, I don't think he has anything left in the tank, and I'm gonna say Leonard Fournette, bigger guy, but I feel like he's ran his course in the league. I don't think he has anything left in the tank.
Yeah, agree. He too injury prone right now.
Yeah.
Ever since that injury in Jacksonville, he always been going out. He ain't played full season.
Right, even that season when Trevor Ben run, he was on the squad. I mean, he didn't play most, at least half the season from what I remember. I
Right.
mean, yeah, again, would not win him. There's no
Yeah.
reason, just a
Yeah,
guy.
he's
Like,
not even a depth piece for me.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I wouldn't
uh,
sign him. I don't have a reason to sign him unless he wants to convert to a fullback, which the league isn't using those anymore.
yeah, they
I don't really
obsolete.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a reason why unless he's able to convert to another position. I don't see it.
Like if he can stay healthy, he a problem when he healthy, but hey, he ain't proved that yet to me. So
Right? I mean, he got to be around 30 at this point. So he's doing everywhere. He's doing everywhere we go.
he was 30 his rookie season.
Right? He came in busted up.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
came in
So,
hurt. But
yeah. So, nah. Don't need him. He knew to retire. He knew to pack it in for his own sake.
he'll make a good backup, like a third down back for short yardage because he's big still.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't see him working in the system.
Nah. Again, there's probably somebody that can do the same thing that's younger.
Right, more reliable
Mm-hmm.
that you can expect to play a whole season, at least half of the season.
Right? I mean, I feel like you shouldn't really have a running back out there more than involved like 200 touches, really. Anything more than that, you're putting too much threat on him.
I
Yeah.
agree with that 100%. So
Overload.
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe 150 runs, 50 passes, who knows? But, more than 200, that's just too much. But yeah, go ahead, GQ.
So I'm gonna go now. These next three running backs. One of them we already talked about. The next three are guys who probably still have some value left, but they're probably this one next one's probably not going to be a guy who's a starting running back, and that is we got Ezekiel Elliott, the former Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hungry.
Oh, my boy Zeke.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still I feel like he still has a lot left. Probably not. He's not your guy, your number one, but he's probably gonna give you more than Kenyon Drake or Leonard Fournette is gonna give you.
Agree.
But I don't feel like he's so healthy. He doesn't have the same step that he used to have.
Agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Cowboys. I don't know. I think he's got a chance still.
Oh, for sure.
And with the right team, he probably got a chance. But he got to work his way back to the old Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't putting that work in.
Well, since he left Dallas, I've been saying this. Dallas is making a huge mistake.
Yeah.
With letting Zeke go, because, and this is why I say it, is because they had Kellen Moore. They were a passing team. They were focused on throwing the ball under Kellen Moore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd understand under Kellen Moore, you let your run like your heavy running back go so you can run an offense. You say, hey, all right, we're gonna pass the ball under Kellen Moore. We keep Tony Pollard. Let Tony Pollard be that guy out of the backfield. Let him be the star. I still believe you still keep that power back in Zeke. However, Kellen Moore left. Dallas brought in another offensive coordinator who has more of intent to run the ball. They want to run a more run-focused offense. It's not going to work.
McCarthy's running the offense?
Yeah, but he wants to run more of a run-heavy offense. Right. Which, in my opinion,
right now.
you want to run a more run-heavy offense, but you got rid of the running back that's going to be that workhorse there. Because I don't see Tony Pollard being that workhorse running back. He's not going to go out there and give you many yards with contact. He's not going to break away from anybody. I'm not confident in Deuce Vaughn's ability or whatever his name is.
No.
So I feel like Dallas made the mistake.
Hope. He stayed top back now.
Yeah, and there's no hope in that running game. I don't see him rushing for 1,000 yards.
No,
He's not
I'm
rushing
not playing on him completely. No.
If he stay healthy, I see him doing it. And he gets hurt a lot too. Like that's the thing. Running backs, they don't last because they get beat up. Like,
yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
All right. Now let's get to the running backs that I actually think still have it and they still should be on the team. Let's start with Mr. Kick People, Kareem Hunt. I remember he kicked somebody. In the lobby. That's why he was released from the Chiefs cut him.
Damn, I'm going to go watch that video now.
That's the way that the Chiefs cut him because he kicked somebody.
I thought the Chiefs cut him because he had that allegation he was beating up the chick in a hotel room in Ohio.
Yeah, he kicked her.
Yeah, he kicked her
on video. On video, kicked her right in the mitt. I mean, he didn't do as bad as Ray Rice did.
No.
But he
still kicked the shit out of it. He kicked fire.
She was crawling on the ground, and he just was like, kick. He was.
I'm sorry, we don't endorse domestic violence of any kind, but he kicked the hell out of that girl. I'm sorry, it was funny.
That was
a Spartan kick.
So, but I say the difference between Zeke and Fournette, when you compare the difference between Kareem Hunt, Zeke, and Fournette, the reason why I like Kareem Hunt is because he's proven that he can be effective as a number 2 back. He's proven that he doesn't need a lot of touches to go out there and perform. So yeah, he's my guy. I like Kareem Hunt. Yeah. I think him getting the chance to be the premier back, send him to New Orleans. We don't know what's going on with Alvin Kamara. Let him go to New Orleans. Let him cook. Let him do what he can do, especially with David Carr. Derek Carr. I think he would benefit from having a very good running back, a workhorse running back. Kareem Hunt, in my opinion, still has it.
Go to Colts.
You think so?
We need a running back.
You're not going to get paid either.
Right?
Yeah, the Colts is the worst organization when it comes to like drafting. This is the best draft they had since Andrew Luck. Yeah,
and that was a gimme pick.
Yeah, it was like Richardson's a good pick, but like they need to get rid of their GM. I think personally.
I agree with that 100%. I do not like that GM.
Who's that? Gregson? Ryan Gregson? That his name?
Ballard? It's not Ballard, is it?
Ballard.
It's not Ballard anymore?
Oh.
It's still Ballard? Yeah, he should be fired. He should have been fired.
And the owner, he stays perked up, so they don't know what's right from left.
You know how it's so funny because we talk about him quite a bit. We
Like,
talk about
All
him
these
a
guys
lot.
are on those angles. He's on something.
like, oh no, let's just take the best one on the board. Like, come on, man. Like,
I'm gonna
you
go
gotta
buy a new
evaluate.
guitar.
No evaluations. Like, who's doing the team evaluations? Like,
That's wild. Owners be doing that though. They won't just come busting around and out there like, take this guy. They don't even know what's going on. They should be up there beating the arms on the table.
He probably was
right,
like, when the Colts went up, he was probably like, draft Bryce Young. No, like Bryce Young's
right.
not on the board anymore.
He's not on
No,
the
draft
board.
Bryce Young. I want Bryce Young. Get me Bryce Young. He's not on the
Not
board
on the
anymore.
board.
What do you mean he's not on the
Like,
board? Go
Jim.
get Bryce Young.
Jim, he was the
He's
first one
not
picked.
there. Then who's the other guy? The other guy. Stroud? Give me him. He's not on the board anymore. God, and go get me a defensive and give me Will. He's not on the board. Oh my gosh. Give me the black guy then. All right. Which one?
The
Hooker?
wrong one.
Give me the one give me the one that looks like a tight end. Give me the one that looks like Cam Newton. All right, we'll get you. We got you, coach. We got you, owner. We got you, Jimmy. We got you, Jimmy. Like, just go ahead, go back to your desk. All right, I got a nice kilo sitting there waiting for me. Like, he just definitely just snorted a line. It's like when you watch the movie Draft Day and you see the owner just walking around. That, personally, I don't like that. I think somebody should tell the owner to get the hell out of the draft room. Get out. Let me do my job. You got me feeling all self-conscious while you standing there just walking around. Because you notice how the owners walk around? They walk around with their hands in their waist and they belt with their suit jacket open because, you know, they got to have the suit on. They got the suit on with their thumbs in their belt and they're just walking around like a cop. And they're just looking over everybody's shoulder like, oh, what do you think about that guy? Yeah, he's projected to be a fourth rounder. I think I like him. Have you seen anything on him? Like, get the owners out of the room.
Owners
Like,
don't watch no film.
get the owners out of the room. Like Jim Irsay should. I don't even understand how Jim Irsay can sit there and say we're not trading Jonathan Taylor. You're the owner. Your job is not to speak on football. You're not a football player.
Right.
You should not be here. Get out. Because
Owners get interviewed way too much. Like,
Yes.
we get them. They're just for money. That's it. They're for money. We don't need to pay them for nothing.
I hear more from Jim Irsay than I hear of Christian Ballard. That is not how it's supposed to go. I love that I hear about Howie Roseman all the time, but never hear about Jeff Lurie. I don't hear from Jeff Lurie. I've never heard Jeff Lurie speak. Always
Not
hear
supposed
from Howie.
Exactly.
If your owner is talking, if you hear from your owner too much, that is a problem. Your owner should not be in the room.
That's what I was about to say. That's why Cowboys ain't doing nothing.
That is why.
He
is the reason why the Cowboys will never go to the Super Bowl because of him. They aren't going to the Super Bowl anytime soon because of him. He needs to relinquish some of that power. It's just he is.
You saw what Jimmy Johnson did when Jimmy Johnson was coaching. He was like, "Yo, this is my squad. Like, keep your ass in the skybox." That's how he got those Super Bowls. Like,
Jerry Jones. The website says CEO, President, General Manager. What?
Wow, that's all the top positions.
That means
that's like the whole top positions.
You want to oversee the corporate aspect of the company, the day-to-day operations of the company, and you want to handle football operations and personnel? Jesus Christ. This is why your team is going to be trash. No one wants to... No, thank you.
No,
everything.
So, I think owners need to sit the hell down. Stop. Stay out of it. And we need to start... And honestly, I feel like teams have forgotten how to play football. You lean too much, and it's going to... Like, it's a cycle. It's a cycle that's going to start happening where teams are going to become more dependent on throwing the ball, forgetting how to run the ball, and then one team is going to get this. This is going to happen because I remember they start having these coaches like Cliff Kingsbury coming in with these high tempo pass offenses. And they're coming in like, oh, teams are like, oh, that's so exciting. Let's get that. You bring that in, and that's how all the teams are going to be running. And then you're going to get this college coach that runs like his offensive scheme is like the I formation. He's going to bring in an I formation with like a power back, and everybody's going to be like, oh my gosh, that is exciting. I want that. And it's going to be a whole cycle. It's like, we won't see, you're going to see maybe 12 running plays and like 80 passing plays in the NFL. And you're going to see and then you're going to see this college team that runs the ball, and the NFL's, because what's going to happen is you're going to see these 200-pound linebackers and 230-pound defensive linemen and a 250-pound defensive tackle, and they're not going to be able to stop this 250-pound running back that's running all over your offense. So I think the NFL needs to start reevaluating what you're doing. Like, don't try to change. Just be better. Like, people are becoming more athletic. You see guys like Micah Parsons. Like, you're getting these guys that could probably do a lot more.
Lighter and more agile.
Because I'm a fan of bigger players. I like having I'm a fan of size. I want to have bigger corners. Like, I want corners that are bigger, that can intimidate your wide receivers to not catch a pass. I also like receivers that are bigger, that can catch the pass in traffic. You're not seeing much of that anymore because everybody's running away from contact.
True.
This is a
it's like the corners in the league anyway, they all be shorter than the wide receivers, so they're going to get burnt anyway. Like, like how the receivers like 6'4", but one of the top cornerbacks is like 5'10". Like, it makes sense, but like sooner or later, these big receivers are going to be able to outrun these little guys, and that's going to be the end of that. Like, that's why it's fun.
Like a DK Metcalf.
Yeah,
he did. She's 230, 235, 240 with a 33.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be more of those coming out of the pipeline.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you said support, so there's going to be a lot more of those coming. So, the players still going to be sitting at 5'9", under 6 feet, barely 205. Competing against these big dudes, it's going to be a mismatch all the time. Like, this same defense has got to come around on size. Stop being so focused on speed and not really valuing tackling, for that matter.
Yes. And that's where I feel like the tight end position is going to soon become more and more obsolete. You're going to see them more use tight ends as like an extra offensive lineman. And those receivers, you're going to use those bigger receivers to run those tight end routes. It's a changing. The league is changing, and it's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable because me being the player that I was, I knew what type of player. And honestly, I would, if I was still playing in this state, I probably would thrive in an offense that they run today. I would thrive in that kind of offense because there's a lot more throwing than there is running. I mean, you see, even high schools are doing it. They're throwing the ball more.
Yeah.
Which is something I never understood, how we couldn't throw the ball that much in high school.
We got 707 up here, so that's all it is throwing. They don't even tackle no more.
That's interesting. I like that.
I don't like 707. It's good. It takes all the aggression out the slip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like pressing a quarterback.
Yeah. There's a quarterback,
like
the lineman battling, the trenches in a battle, wide receiver versus corner. All that's going. Like there's no.
Yeah, that's like the heart of football.
That's interesting.
Defending the line.
That's interesting because
they're not even wearing pads.
Oh, nah.
And these guys, they get like 4-star, 5-star players in high school be playing with it. Like, how do you get on this? How do you be a 5-star? You ain't even facing a tackle. I don't understand that. It's just illogical to me. Yeah, like, we don't know how you handle yourself.
That is confusing because I don't see how you can properly evaluate players on that. I don't
Exactly.
see how you can properly evaluate. Because if there's no contact, that's going to be a problem once that player gets to the next level.
Right. So let's
Get to
make
the
him the
next
first time
level.
you go to Oklahoma. What's going to happen? You going to cry?
Yeah.
He's only been hit in
Yeah.
6 years.
Because I know as a young, I remember when I played high school football, I always knew that the hit was coming. I was trained to know the hit was coming. So I remember the coach was like, Wendell, you're going to run a slant. He goes, you're going to run a slant across the middle. The ball is going to meet you there. I looked at the team. I looked at the defense. They had two big linebackers. These guys were big, and I knew that as soon as that ball was coming across, I was going to get hit. I caught the ball, had my eyes closed, and did like this. And I started running up the field.
He was praying.
I ran up the field. Next thing you know, I heard the whistle. I opened my eyes. The referee's like this. Nobody hit me. I did not understand why I went across the middle, caught a pass, and then ran the ball. No one hit me. No one touched me. And then I was like, I asked the coach what happened. He said, you were just too fast. You caught the pass, and you turned up the field. They didn't expect you to catch it, and then you just took off.
But in his head, he's standing there with his eyes closed.
And I'm running up the field like this.
Don't tell me that.
Because all I expected, I was like, when is the hit coming? Because I knew the hit was coming. It never came. So I'm just like, because my fear was when I caught it, I was going to fumble. I knew it was going to come out of nowhere, it was going to fumble. And it never happened. I scored a touchdown. And I'm just like, insane.
That's the bad tackling, I guess.
It wasn't bad tackling. They didn't. The guys
Could have
like
been grip blocking on the line.
it was just two guys. I ran the slant right like where the ball. Because I remember when I caught the ball. I remember the ball came. I was in the middle of both linebackers. The ball came. I caught it. Tucked it. Closed my eyes and just ran. I don't know what happened. I know they had a safety, but I think what was it? 5-3, 5-2-4. I don't even remember what kind of defense they ran, but they had a safety, and I don't know why he didn't attempt. No, I didn't feel anybody like dive from my feet. Nothing. Everybody was still back there when I scored, and I'm like, was there a flag? Was there something? Why didn't no one touch me? I was too fast. They said I was too fast. It's hilarious. But
when that adrenaline pumping, anything happens, man.
I knew
it was a crazy thing.
It was
a crazy thing.
The adrenaline hit before the ball was snapped. Because I was like, I'm about to get hit. I was like, my friends are in the stands. My dad's in the stands. Something's going to happen. I didn't want to be I knew it was going to happen. I knew I was about to get hit. I didn't want to fall.
Literally running for his life.
They didn't hit me. And mind you, I'm like 5'5", 120.
Really?
And
Maybe.
it's crazy. 5'5", 120. Maybe if that, because I was short. And nobody hit me. And it's so funny. And I had a good year that year. But I think once the next year Gus Felder came in, he had no hope for me. He tried to make me play running back. Mind you, I'm 120. I can't play running back. Don't expect me to run the ball. I was like, I can run a screen, but don't run the ball. I'm not running the ball. I'm not running through tackles. So that never happened. I ended up leaving midway through the season and went to Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
And then midway through there, I found myself in Vermont at the trying out for the Seahorses.
Your first thing.
Yeah.
I've been to Vermont. It's a terrible place. Every time I look at my door, I got to see it.
Yeah, beautiful. It's such a beautiful place. You know, they call it the Green Mountains, the Green Mountain State.
It's a wonderful place to live.
It's a
You
wonderful
know,
place to leave.
I was always told that Vermont's a place for you to retire, not for you to live. Like if you want to live, like because if the clubs close early, it's not the place for you to have fun. If you're somebody that's coming from a place where fun is just had normally, it's not for you to like. No,
It's not fun. It's not
it's
fun.
not fun.
No.
Especially if
Really
you want to do
nothing to do out
activities.
there?
There was nothing. Literally, what I would do with my friends, I would go bowling almost every weekend because that was the only thing to do.
People ski and do stuff with snow.
That's it. That's
People
it.
camp and fish.
That don't sound bad.
That's it. That's
It's
it.
not meant for people with us.
That's it.
It's
That's
not
it.
meant
That's
for.
it.
If you from the city, it ain't for you. If you from the
No,
city, basically.
it's not.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
because
Also, there are no strip clubs.
yes, there are no strip clubs. It's like a
Nah.
law. It's like a law
It's a
against it.
law?
Yeah, it's a law.
You
Oh
serious?
man, yeah.
They can't have them down there? It's a law that says
It's a law.
Vermont can't have strip clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Oh,
It's so
shit.
funny. I feel like we're getting into uncharted territory here on Live from the Bench, which is fine because I'm sure.
Vermont is all listening on it.
Yo. That's a fun fact right there.
Fun fact.
Well,
And it's crazy
I'm gonna call it a
because
fun fact, but
Yeah, it ain't so
it's
fun.
difficult. It's difficult because you learn that it's a hockey state. It's for people who want to play hockey, but
Mhm.
nobody wants to play hockey. Like
so
only
it's like
they get.
the Canada of the United States.
Yo, it's so
For
funny
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember someone asked me, where you at? Where you live at? I was like, I live in Vermont. And they responded, well, what state is that in? Is that in Canada? And immediately I was like, damn, that's crazy. Canada?
Canada's
Wow.
90 minutes away. Actually, Montreal is 90 minutes away. That's how far north I am.
Yeah, because I remember when I was still in the army, we went to a place and there was like a bar, and the bar had like a yellow line through the middle of it, and they had a Vermont State Trooper. No, was it? No, it was Border Patrol. It was Border Patrol on one side and a Mountie on the other, and they basically stood there talking to each other. Nobody could go on the other side, but there was this one. The bartender had dual citizenship, so he could cross back and forth. He was serving the people on the Canada side, and he was serving the people on the U.S. side. And I was just so astonished by this.
Oh,
It feels nice to be in place.
oh. It can't be like, nah.
My money was all mixed up.
And you want to know what's crazy?
Euros or whatever it is.
They had like the border. Like you when you hear about the Mexican-U.S. border, it's like, oh, fences. You know, you think they got fences, but the U.S. Canada border, no, you got a pole that say United States Canada. That's what it said. It was a pole. It was like a pole, and it was maybe the size of Jayla, and it was a cement, and it said Vermont on one side, Canada on the other, and it was just hilarious because there was nothing else. Like you could walk into Canada. I mean, you might get stormed down, drawn.
People go back and forth all the time.
But yeah. So basically, let's back in line. The Colts have a lot to work on. They have a lot that they need to handle. Jonathan Taylor.
Yes.
I'm hoping he sits. I think he should sit. I think that's the best way to go about getting what you need. I know.
Honestly,
I know.
No, it's going to be a bad reason to sit because if he sit, he's basically going to show other teams if he don't get what he want, he going to cry like a little baby and sit out. when he should take his ass on that field, work hard, because you was out for all last year. So you got to reprove yourself to make sure you ain't lose your step. What happened?
It's a lose-lose either way.
Yeah.
Because he sits out, teams are going to be like, oh, man, he's not a team player.
Mm-hmm.
He plays, gets hurt.
Right.
Because he's known to do that. He gets hurt. Now teams are, you're injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you protect yourself? And
yeah, that's what he's doing. Like, I understand from a business point of view. Like, he don't
I say trade him.
Yeah.
I mean,
I say
honestly,
keep him.
Honestly, from the aspect of a person running an organization, if I ever have a player that says that requests a trade, I'm gonna trade you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna play for me.
I'm trade him. Get some young talent for the defense.
They're not gonna.
I do not want anybody on my team that don't want to be there. If you don't want to be here, go get out of here. You're not gonna mess up the morale here
you're gonna mess the whole chemistry because you angry because you ain't getting paid. Like,
right. Trade him with some young talent for the defense. That's what I would do.
Remember what Jonathan Taylor said at the beginning of the season? We did this episode on Jonathan Taylor. He spoke about because it was one of the first episodes. He said that the Colts were going to the Super Bowl or something along those lines.
Yeah.
It's so funny because he said that and now he doesn't want to be there.
Right. And now maybe they will.
I think he's in his feelings because of the running back talk stuff.
If they the only way that they could even remotely touch the Super Bowl. Sorry about that, DJ. The only way
I'm rooting for Bills Mafia until further notice.
Go jump to a table. Go jump to a table for the Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
Listen, the only way that the Colts can touch Super Bowl is with Jonathan Taylor. The Colts aren't touching the Super Bowl. They aren't sniffing the Super Bowl. They are sniffing the second round of the playoffs without Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
If they're going to get there, they need Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. Because
only way in the second round is if they win a division.
Because our receiver core is ass. Like Pittman's our number one. Pittman's like a number 2 receiver to me. He ain't a number 1. Like,
yeah, true.
Yeah.
What else? We don't got no cornerbacks. Like, we need help all over the board. We ain't got.
That's what I say. Make the trades. Make the trades. Let them.
I agree.
They might as well rebuild now since we got our rookie. We got Gardner Minshew, who he can learn a couple of things off of. But we all know the coach is going to start him by 3rd week because no
doubt.
It's
Gardner
Minshew weird, man.
I think that's a bad idea. Personally, I think that's a bad idea to start Gardner Minshew over Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
The reason why, I'm gonna say why, because Anthony Richardson is gonna learn more. He's gonna learn better if he gets on the field. Because what's gonna happen? You start Gardner Minshew. Let's say we got a plan. We're gonna put Anthony in week 4.
Basically, it's fresh for both of them, technically, because we got a whole new coach, got a new offensive coordinator and everything.
The best
he
bet start your rookie.
Richardson. That's Jalen Hurts the way he is now because of this guy. So he'd rather run with Richardson at this point.
I say you start Richardson because let's say the plan is to start Richardson in week 4, but you're going to go with Gardner Minshew the first 3 weeks.
He did play with him too.
Gardner Minshew might lead you guys to 3 straight losses. Now you're opening up with Anthony Richardson, and he's got a lot of pressure on his back because Gardner Minshew might get he can lose all 3 of those games.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think the best bet, you have a better shot at letting Anthony Richardson develop with a trial by fire, going straight on the field, as opposed to letting him learn and sit behind a guy who is going to be a backup for the rest of his career. I
throw him in the water. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd let him throw him with the Sharks and
make him drown. Yeah,
Gardner Minshew could be a better help in his ear and holding that clipboard than him watching Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew will be a better mentor in his ear than saying, "Hey, watch what I do."
Yeah.
So
like, all Richardson need to do is work on his accuracy, because in the pocket, his pocket presence is crazy. He can escape the hole and run for it.
yes,
He got an
Man,
arm.
that
He
was
can throw
Hurston's
the
issues
film.
too, and he fixed that in the offseason.
Yeah,
yeah.
he can throw
Yeah,
the
it's
film.
definitely
He's
hope
gotta
for
get
Richardson.
accurate.
Yeah.
Like, all you need is a couple of years in that system. Shoot, he probably a fast learner and pick up on it quick. Like, never
Yeah.
know. Like,
Wouldn't be the first thing. I mean, it's definitely possible.
right.
Absolutely possible.
Absolutely.
So,
Like being in the
All right.
league, having that pro level study, pro level weight room, pro level coaching. Yeah. That's he'd be a monster. Not this year, definitely next year. He's going to learn something.
Oh, for
I
sure.
hope he don't request a trade next year. Like, yo, Colts organization, man, they just need to recycle. Not even recycle, trash everybody, start over.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a couple of teams like that out there.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
New England.
Agree. New England, not so bad.
I
Belichick
think they
not
gotta-
that bad. Like,
Belichick's got to go.
Yeah,
He's
basically,
holding him
yeah.
back. He's
Yeah.
holding him back.
Yeah, he's still trying to be the so-called genius. I mean, he pretty ain't no genius last season. And look at everything he did without Brady, wasn't that good anyway. I always thought he was very overrated, rings and all.
yeah, he got lucky with Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a drop in the lap.
So if Brady didn't take off, he would have been out in New England in like 3 years. And we never would have been talking about him as like this great genius coach. He's a fluke.
The only thing he did that was genius was let Tom Brady start.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And then McDaniels the offense. That's it.
Yeah.
Like he
He
didn't
don't have neither. So,
Right. His best pickup was Randy Moss, and that didn't last very long. So,
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you very much for listening. Of course, thank Diesel for being a guest on the show. We hope to have you back soon.
absolutely.
We'll definitely have you back again.
I want to be back.
But I want to make an
asked
announcement to
Ryan.
everybody. Let everybody know that the LFTB.store, we are launching a new store. We got new products out. You can go out there and get the 81 is just 18 from the back t-shirt. You can go out there and get it. 81 is just 18 from the back. If y'all remember from
The merch.
if you listen during the Martha Stewart episode, it said that Martha Stewart still could get it. Boulevard said it. Boulevard said Martha Stewart can still get it at 81 years old. So she's just 18 from the back.
18.
And one of my favorite products.
For the back.
And one of my favorite products is the
So
Dak is
sorry.
Ass. We're going to have the Dak is Ass shirt that's available.
Ass.
Dak is Ass shirt that is going to be out as well. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
go get the merch. Don't forget to go on YouTube, subscribe, share, like, let your friends know what's going on our show.
Is this going on YouTube?
It might.
Okay.
Shit, even with baby butt and all, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna just go from there. No, I can't go on YouTube because of the baby.
What baby?
But yeah,
It was like,
she was in.
whatever.
Yeah, but
I'm about to hop on at work.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Hit the bench.